Well, hello folks out there in YouTube land. Got a big show lined up for you. Let's get right on into it. All right, let's pull up that screen. Cybl, got a big week ahead, and we're going to talk all about Cyberlux. All right, on Twitter, they just had an update a couple of days ago. It says, as noted, we have been in a quiet period due to the current mission requirements. We are in daily, if not more, contact with the OTC markets. We expect full resolution next week. Obviously, they're talking about the yield sign. And as you know, Cybl has had this pink limited information yield sign on it for a while now, and it's really caused a problem. It's caused a lot of pain for this stock.
Pain.
That's right, pain. Mr. T will tell you. But they did get rid of the promo tag that was down here. If you'll remember that, after they had a couple of articles that came out that were very bullish on the stock, which is fairly typical in penny stock land, but somebody obviously didn't appreciate it, reported them, and they got in a little bit of trouble for it. But the promo sign is gone. But this yield sign needs to go away, and they've been working hard on that. And this is where they recently updated their quarterly report, and it had to do with a template. They were using an SEC template, and they needed to use an OTC template, according to the CEO of Cyberlux. So they did put that back in on the 25th and amended, along with their attorney letter that was also amended. So they're thinking they should be pretty close to getting this thing squared away. And let's remember with this stock, this is a penny stock, but it's a profitable penny stock. They did in the first quarter $6.2 million, and they had a nice profit of $1.4 million. So a very nice margin and a good profit for a penny stock company. And I'm expecting a little bit better a quarter for the second quarter because their revenues have been going up. If you'll remember, they did, what, 6.4 million or so in that first quarter. Well, it looks like they're going to be over 8 million in the second quarter. And if they keep that same margin, instead of a $1.4 million profit, they'd be about 1.7 to 1.8 million. And the 3 million was confirmed by the CEO that it was approximately 3 million and above. So I'm looking real forward to that second quarter update, which I believe we'll get probably on the 15th of August, which is just less than 10 days away. And one of the things that interests me a lot with this company is the $63 million market cap. That's not a real high market cap for a profitable penny stock company. This would obviously be a much higher share price if this was a year and a half ago, but we're not in that world anymore.
Toto, I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
Yeah, it's not Kansas anymore. It's real life, and it's tough in the penny stock land. But this interests me a lot. This market cap's not real high, and as you know, they've talked about a stock buyback of around 18, 19 million bucks. So that would be a huge buyback of a market cap of only 63 million, and a profitable penny stock that looks like its revenues are going up at a nice pace. And they've even talked about doing 44 million in 2022. Well, add up the first two quarters. You're at what, 14 million? So those last two, they're thinking they're going to average like 15 million those last two. We'll see if they can pull that off, but that would be really strong. Now, my goal with this stock is pretty simple. I've been buying down here in this area between 1 and 1.3 cents, right in that neighborhood, right in this little zone. And I like this company. I like buying in this area because I think there's a pretty good chance this thing will jump if that yield sign goes away. If you'll remember when the stock buyback happened, this was back in early June, like June 7th, and this thing went from 1.2 cents up to about 1.8. So that was a good 50% bounce. And so I'd like to see this thing have a real nice bounce and go up. And there's a couple reasons why that could happen. First of all, you've got a decent level of short volume on this stock. Around 30% is pretty much the average. Sometimes as high as 45%, but there's a lot of interest in shorting this stock. So if that yield sign went away, these shorts would have to cover, and that could be a real problem. Now, when they first saw that yield sign, the shorts were thrilled. Oh yeah, they loved it when that yield sign popped up, but they're not going to like it when it goes away. So we could see a nice little pop in this stock, or at least I hope so. And if it does pop back up like it did with this stock buyback news, I would definitely sell part of it and then just wait if it pulled back a little bit and add again. I might sell half, and then I would be trading, with a lower risk that would lower my average. And again, this is out of my Roth IRA, so I can take profits in that, and as long as I keep it in there, I don't have to worry about the tax issue with it. And if you don't have a Roth IRA, you should strongly consider getting one. And there's some great videos on YouTube all about it. It's like 10-minute videos. It's so worth your time to do that. And setting up a Roth IRA is a freaking piece of cake. It's just the same as setting up a regular account in an E-Trade or Ameritrade or whatever you're using. So it's, there's no reason not to have one. And it's great tax advantages for middle income folks. And there is a limit to how much you can put in every year, but really it's a tax gift to middle class folks. But my plan's real simple. Like I said, I'm just gonna watch and wait for this yield sign hopefully to go away. And if it does and this thing pops up, and if that does happen, I'm gonna let the shorts in that yield sign do my dirty work for me.
I'm gonna use you two guys to do my dirty work for me.
Yep, that's right. That's my plan for this week. We'll see, if it works out. There's always risk with penny stocks, so be careful anytime you deal with the OTC. But that's my plan. We'll see if it happens. If it doesn't happen, I'll just hold my stock where it's at. I like this company, and I have no problem holding it long anyway, and I plan on doing that. This is just a plan if it does play out the way I hope that it does. And if you like this content, be sure to hit that like button. Lets me know to continue to cover CYBL. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I'd certainly appreciate it. And we'll see you next time on Mr. Frugal Investor.